Hi, good morning, everybody. It's Todd with Bowerly Consulting Services. I just want to jump online and share a little bit that I've been reading out of The Happiness Advantage. This is again by Shawn Achor. I'm in Principle 3 of The Happiness Advantage, and it's called the Tetris Effect. Now, the Tetris Effect is termed that way based on a study done about video games. So some researchers paid people to play Tetris for like days. And if you remember Tetris, it's the game where all kinds of geometric shapes come down and you have to line them up in horizontal lines and clear those lines to score points. And the more lines you clear, the faster the game goes, the more the things come in, the more you freak out, and then you lose. I can get to level 9 though, but anyways. What they found is these students that were playing this game for so much time, they would leave the experiment and then everything around them would be geometric shapes. They'd be like, hey, that printer's like 2 blocks and I could take that printer and I could fit it. Maybe I could rotate that couch on its side and I could slide it against the wall and fit it between the bookcase. Like, that's how they approach their outside world. The idea is whatever you focus on for an extended period of time is what you see. Whatever you focus on expands. So this happens with geometric shapes, but it also happens in our lives. One of the parallels they draw here is consider tax auditors that are only looking for flaws and mistakes in people's tax returns. And then they go home and then they're looking for flaws in their relationship. And that's all they see and point out. Or lawyers that are used to judging and cross-examining go home and start to cross-examine their kids over dinner, right? Whatever habit we're in, we take that habit home. And he says this here. This is page 91. He says, constantly scanning the world for the negative comes with great cost. It undercuts our creativity, raises our stress levels, and lowers our motivation and ability to accomplish goals. How many of us are in a habit of complaining just because it's what they do? Now, I grew up in a household a little bit like this, and I find it so easy to complain about negative things. The challenge is to reprogram what you're habitually scanning the world for. And what should you be scanning the world for? Well, the positive in life. How do you do that? I want to give you a couple of techniques that you can use to start rewiring your brain with a positive Tetris effect instead of the negative one. Shawn Achor has this fantastic TED Talk about the Happiness Advantage. You can find it on YouTube. And he talks about 5 things. He talks about daily gratitudes. Every day waking up and writing out a list of things you're grateful for. He says 3, I say 10. Write out 10 things that you're grateful for every single day. And think of them like this. Something that you're grateful for. Imagine not having it. What would you miss about that? And list that as your gratitude. 10 things every day and a different thing. A different list every day. So imagine, after 21 days, man, you're going to have 210 things that you're grateful for on that list. That's pretty powerful. So your gratitudes. Next, exercise. I've also been, just recently finished up, it's back on the bookshelf here, Hal Elrod's The Miracle Morning. And he talks about exercise as a fundamental part of a morning routine, a successful morning routine. If your body's in motion, then that oxygen is getting to your mind and your brain, and then your brain is in motion. So always having your body exercised allows your brain, it turns on all the learning centers of your brain, and helps you realize that what I do matters. So exercise is an important thing. Then meditation. It's kind of a tricky thing for some people. In fact, I was just working with a client who's like, man, I don't know if I want to go sit in the dark and hum and have a mantra, that kind of a thing. And that's not necessarily what I'm talking about. In fact, I've got another book up here somewhere over there. John Kabat-Zinn wrote Mindfulness for Beginners. Fantastic book as well. And short little bite-sized chapters about what mindfulness means. just to get over this cultural ADD that we are living in, with our phones and devices dinging and pinging and buzzing all the time for our attention. We need to get out of that kind of anxiety and start to be able to focus on being here and now in the present. Meditation is a way that is proven to do that. So I would check out that as well. Next is some sort of a conscious act of kindness, a random act of kindness. Something that's intentional, again, where you're present in the moment and you're like, I'm going to take this opportunity and serve this person. It shifts the focus off of you onto somebody else, and you're doing something positive with those actions. And you're going to get, hits of dopamine from doing that, and that's going to feel good to your brain. But you've got to be present in the moment. You can't sit back at night, at the end of the night and go, oh yeah, I let that guy pass in front of me. That was nice. Yeah, I totally held that door for that lady. That was a good thing. No, you need to be aware of it in the moment, because when you're present in the moment, it'll heighten the level of that experience. The last thing that he talks about is journaling every day. Journal about a positive experience. Don't just write a diary of all the crap that happened. Talk about something positive. Try and boil your day down to a win of the day. What went right? Because writing it out in the journal, your mind can't tell the difference between what's real and imagined. It allows your brain to relive that event, and you experience all the same physiological benefits as you experienced in the moment. So writing out and journaling. Sean talks about how going into businesses and companies and doing these 5 things for a period of 21 days in a row, they start to see significant improvements in the mindset of the people in the businesses that they're working in. So there's a couple of daily habits for you to form every single day. Now, his challenge is 21 days, but if it's good for 21 days, shouldn't you be doing it every day? So maybe it's a habit to build for the rest of your life. And that sounds overwhelming, so my test would be do it for a month. Forget the 21 days. Do it for an entire month. See how you feel at the end of that month. I guarantee you're going to feel more positive. And if your mind starts to see all those positive things around you, guess what? That's the Tetris Effect that it's going to start using in every situation. You'll see the positives at work. You'll see the positives at home. You'll see the positive when you work with your kids. Isn't that the kind of thing we want to have with us all the time? How do you do it? You got to build it with habit. So take those 5 things, start doing them. Let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear. If you like this video, if you like the ideas that I'm sharing, if they resonate with you, I guarantee you they resonate with somebody else. Please like, comment, share it with your friends, family, and let that message get out to everybody else. If you're interested in what I do for businesses or in working with job-seeking clients, I'd love to connect with you on LinkedIn, and we can talk about how I can help you out. Mindset is essential to success when I work with you, and we start off with some of these principles and building those good habits. Anyways, just wanted to share that with you. Hope your day is going to be great and fantastic, and that you'll use your Tetris Effect for something positive today. Okay, take care. Have a great day. Bye.